Oh. I'm just double, not triple yet, dog. You Asian me now. I'm only a double. Chilling, bruh. Okay. Yo, what up? Alright, let's do this. Welcome, everybody, to episode 39 of Chop 15 with Jay Walker. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody's safe, staying out there chilling. My guest today is a brother I've known for a while, man. He's a dude I met here in Reno. Now he's back in LA doing big things. It's my boy Mike Gdnss, aka Mike Rob. And go ahead and bring him in. Let's get it popping. It's good, Bush. Oh, look at this dude.
Oh, my bad. I had to drive up north for a quick one, man. I was like, damn, I'm not gonna be there by 3, so I had to tap in, man. It was good.
Shit, man, chilling. What's good with you?
Man, life is good, man. Life is good. Life is good out here, man. Except for the shutdown. You know what I'm saying? They just shut us down again today.
Yeah, man. So is it everything out there now?
No, it's just the play spots. You know what I'm saying? Bars, restaurants can't go indoor. Any gyms or movie theaters. But I wasn't doing that shit anyway, man.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've been on quarantine as far as I'm concerned, man. You know, I don't go outside unless I'm working.
Right. Definitely, man. I feel you on that, man. Well, shit. How are things with the fam and everything else down there, man? How are things?
You know what? I tell you like this. It as bad as it is, health wise for a lot of the people out there that are dealing with this for real.
Yeah.
And blessings to them and prayers up for everybody out there dealing with the negative part of this quarantine and pandemic.
Right.
People actually they're having to deal with their mind states as well. When you talk about all that stuff, it's sad and everything. But I tell you what, it's been a blessing for me. It's been a complete blessing for me. I've had more time to spend with my loved ones. You know, as you know me, you know that I'm always grinding, man. I'm always out there in the streets. I'm always shaking and moving. I'm never at home. What I'm saying? Because of the grind and because of the work, especially out here in Los Angeles. So being able to sit my ass down for a 4 months, that's been a blessing, man. My health has gotten better. Quality time has gotten better.
Yeah.
Building with the people that I care about and love that I've lost touch with has gotten better. It's actually a blessing that I'm talking to you, man. It's been so long. I feel like I've missed so many milestones in your life, bro, and I really apologize, man. I'm trying to be better at this. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I understand, man. I'm the same way with people too, man. So I totally get it. One of the reasons I wanted to do something like this was to be able to tap in with folks. You know what I'm saying? And be able to see people, especially now, because it ain't like we can get to the same place or do shit. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like you
Yeah.
might as well try to use some kind of little platform or whatever just to reach out to folks and see how people are doing and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for having me
Hey,
on.
of course, man. Of
I've been
course.
watching.
That's what's up, man.
I gotta get some heat off my head. Hold on. Fuck. Feel like I was in interrogation. I'm sitting here wondering why I'm sweating.
Out there in that valley heat.
Man, I'm actually on the road. I'm on the 5 right now, man, pushing down. I had to go pick up my little guy. Yeah, man. So I've been having this. You know how it go, bro.
Yeah. I feel you, baby. Well, shit, man. What are your thoughts on everything else that's going on in the world besides the COVID and the lockdowns with the whole world climate right now, man, with all this racism and the police issues and the Black Lives Matter, like, what are you thinking
I
about
think we're at a
today?
time. I think we're at a time of reckoning. I think that we actually it's one of those times where it's pivotal, and it's forcing us to be smarter, especially how we have kids now, man. I have a grown young man out there, and him going outside hit a little bit different now, right?
Right.
So I think it's a little bit scary. You know, for any parent out there, I think we're seeing a whole lot of mess. I think it's kind of calmed down though, as far as the chaos. The chaos has kind of calmed down, and the streets aren't as packed anymore. And it's a little bit confusing. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit confusing, but overall, I think it's a time for reckoning. I think it's a pivotal moment. I think it's people are actually kicking in doors now rather than knocking on the door and asking for they spot at the table. And I
Right.
think that's beautiful. I think the diversity that we're seeing is beautiful. I think this time it's scary out there, man. But I feel like without you know tearing some muscles, you can't get stronger. And I think that's where we're at right now. We're tearing muscles. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I mean, the timing of all this stuff happening, I don't think it's coincidental. I think it was meant to happen now because of the
Yeah,
awareness. You know what I'm saying? And I think that
yeah,
people being so aware, had they been able to see the shit now, and now that you see it, you ain't been able to run. You ain't been able to say, "Oh, I was working," or "I had, you know," or "I had this going on," or "I had that going on." Your ass was at home like everybody else because wasn't shit to do, and you saw it. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah.
it might have been your first time. It might have been your, you
Right,
know what I'm saying, 10th, whatever time. And for some reason, now it struck a nerve.
right. Well, you know, this is nothing new for a lot of people too. You
Exactly.
know, we've been nervous when cops get behind us. You know what I'm saying? This ain't nothing new. And don't
Yeah.
let a cop knock on your door for anything. You know, I was at home chilling one day. You know, I was burning some wood in my backyard, and I decided to throw the ashes in the trash can like a dumbass. I thought
Uh,
it was dormant, and the trash can caught on fire, and the police, I guess they got called to come help put it out because I
mm,
wasn't answering my door. You know, upstairs in my house, I can't hear my doorbell. You know what I'm saying?
mm.
And I heard a do 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 hella loud. Boy, I jumped up out of bed so quick. I thought something was, you know what I'm saying? I thought they was there for some other reason. I'm like,
Yeah.
in my head, I'm running through it like, damn, I wasn't doing nothing. I ain't been selling drugs, or I ain't been, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's a time of alertness. You know what I'm saying?
That's that automatic though, right there, man. You know, whenever you are in contact, as you know, what I'm saying, as a black man, like, and you always have them thoughts. Like, first thing I think, I know my shit is clean. Cop gets behind me.
Yeah,
First thing I think, like, all right, man, okay, my tags are good, my insurance is
yeah,
straight. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I
First
didn't do
thing.
nothing crazy. And you know your shit is good though. That's the thing. I remember back in the day not being straight, but being straight now.
Hell
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Still tripping. Like,
Yeah,
it's
we've
just
been riding dirty though too. You know what I mean? That's part of riding dirty for so long, and then finally becoming growing up and having your
right,
shit right. You still revert back to when you was riding dirty. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
It's like taking an AIDS test and shit. You take that AIDS test for that 7 days, you start replaying in your head all them thoughts, baby. You know what I'm saying? And then
Oh
you get it, you're
man.
like, man, I don't even know why I was tripping, man. I know I was straight. I ain't been doing nothing dirty. But that's just the way we've been brain. You know what I'm saying? That's the way our brain works. Well, my mind works. I'm an
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. Man, so how has it been different, you know, with everything going on? I know, like you say, you're a club DJ. You are a DJ in various clubs and spots all the time. Like,
Yeah.
how is it not DJing all the time?
It's to be honest with you, it's a blessing because I'm able to work on my business, on my exit strategy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've always been one to come home at 4 o'clock in the morning and sleep in the daytime. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I don't have to do
Yeah,
that is the blessing. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah,
also is showing you who was who in the first place. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, a lot of DJs out here in Los Angeles, you know, they press themselves on becoming, you know, club DJs in Hollywood, and they put
right,
themselves in that mode, and they start working that clock and that schedule. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that, you know, were DJing for the love of it because they, you know, not because they had to, I think we've been able to, you know what I'm saying, assimilate or, you know, adjust to the pressure of not DJing and not having to
right,
promote our names and all that stuff like that.
right.
Where it really has hit me, you know, I'm a graphic designer too. So
Mm-hmm.
I was, you know, doing graphic design and actually branding like 3 clubs at the time all this stuff went down.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it kind of hit me a little bit more professionally.
Yeah,
But I've had less headache of dealing with having to do revisions and having to do host flyers and having to do, you know, all these other flyers and shit like that. So, you know, it's a give and take, but at the same time, you know, it's been good, it's been a gift, and it's been a curse at the same time. You feel me?
Yeah. Now,
Well,
have you
Art,
heard of any places that you've been messing with that have like decided to close down because of what's going on? Has everybody still made it through?
yeah, man. One of the most storied clubs in all of Hollywood in the last 11 years, probably I have to say, Playhouse.
I heard that
They've
place.
had to close down. They've had you heard of Playhouse?
Yeah.
Okay. They've shut down, but they were already, you know, having to deal with a lot of the of law stuff as well. You know what I'm saying? So it was actually the time for them to shut down. I know a couple other clubs have shut down, but none have hit as hard as Playhouse. You know what I'm saying? None have hit that much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that's gonna suck about this for the entertainment industry, whether it's shows, whether it's clubs and DJs. It's like, how many of these places are gonna make it out of this? How many of these venues are gonna make it out and be around when it does get back? Because it's gonna happen eventually. We're gonna get back to
Yeah.
people. We just don't know when, but eventually.
I honestly feel like it's a blessing that these clubs are having to shut down, bro. Not Playhouse, because I've had some great times playing Playhouse.
Mm,
But it's changing the way we're having to do things, and it's going to change the structure. You know what I'm saying? It's going to
right,
change those overpriced ass tables that are marked up 200, 300% of the
right,
bottle. You see what I'm saying?
right.
And I think that's going to change, even to some degree. You're going to see a whole lot of change in the structure of management and whatnot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I think that we're going to be in a better place on the other side. You know, millennials already wasn't fucking with nightclubs. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's already one of those things. And I think the Gen X, the ones that are actually coming into the club now, they
Mm-hmm.
would rather do house parties and do bars and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody trying to have to worry about dress code. Ain't nobody trying to worry about having to get a section. Ain't nobody. All that shit is about to change, and I think that's the blessing. And I think, in my opinion, that the real DJs will come back in style, because now you'll have to create an atmosphere based on music, not generated on, you know, the type of person walking in the club or who has the most money and shit.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
So I think that's where the beauty is. Yeah, I don't think you'll go to clubs anymore and be forced to listen to the same playlist, which is
Right.
a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, shit, I know in my clubbing days, man, I was shit. The reason why I didn't club was because of what you just said right there. Somebody telling me what to
Yeah.
wear. Half the time, that it's hella expensive. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't really worth it. They just doing that because they know it's gonna be females there, and dudes go where the females go, and whatever. So I totally
Well,
understand why the youngsters don't want to do that shit no more. I wouldn't either.
what's crazy though is if you look at the structure of the nightclub experience, right? You have somebody in the front or two people in the front that are deciding who gets to walk in, who doesn't get to walk in, right? So
Mm.
a couple of weeks ago on one of my radio shows, I kind of went on a rant. I didn't mean to go on the rant, but I went on a rant, and it was basically about. It's funny how all the you start when they're doing the blackout thing on the Instagram where they put the
Yeah.
black picture and shit. And
Mm.
I was starting to see a lot of clubs who already didn't really let. First of all, let's keep it like this. Hollywood is fucking racist, okay? Let's keep it a
Mm.
bean. And it's
Mm.
not because of the color of the skin, it's really because of the color of the money, right?
Of course, of
It's
course.
a so it's they'll send out casting sheets in Hollywood, right? So if
Mm.
you're a promoter in Hollywood, you'll get a text message in the thread or email, and it'll be the cast of people that you want there, right? So
Mm.
it's like, oh, we want the 5'11" white chick with blonde hair, or we want the Latina chick, but they never send it out where with their sisters on the picture. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? When sisters get to the front of the line, they don't necessarily get treated the way that they should be getting treated, considering that you're using our culture in order to sell your bottles. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
When you go into the nightclub, you're hearing hip hop music, you're seeing bottles, you're seeing rappers, you're seeing actors and athletes that are spending this money. But the black woman gets
Mm-hmm.
to the front of the club, and she's not necessarily associated with that table being sold, right? They don't necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna look her up and down. They're gonna say, "Oh, you're not in dress code." You'll get a black man that walks to the front of the club, and he'll not be in your dress code that you want him to be in, or if he is, then we're gonna tax his ass $120 at the door, right? The same clubs that are doing this shit are posting a Black Lives Matter post. Now, how the fuck is that? So now the Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter. But when we were trying to get into your
Yeah.
nightclub, or I had to fill up my guest list with my people, it was an issue. So I think we're going to see a lot of that changing as well, because now we have a little bit more power. Now
Right.
we have a little bit more power.
Right. Damn, that makes sense, man.
Our dollar's
No, yeah,
our
yeah.
dollar's worth way too much.
No, it's true. It's true. I think as black people sometimes we don't realize the power of our dollar. You know what I'm saying? Our dollar does hold a lot of weight, man. Like we don't have all the money, but collectively, if we stop spending money, we could fuck shit up. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to realize that sometimes when it comes to a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's the hard thing getting everybody to have that one mindset. You still there, bro?
Out.
Uh-oh.
I know I'm.
Okay. Going through a little section. You wasn't moving and shit for a minute. Man, so how long you been back in LA since you left Reno? Uh-oh.
Am I good?
Did you hear my question? Yeah, you good now.
Yeah.
You came back. So I was saying, okay. Yeah, because I moved. Yeah, because you moved down. You moved back in 2010 then?
Yeah, 2010, 2011, maybe.
Okay. Okay. And I know you're originally from there, so how was it transitioning back from being in Reno that time? Uh-oh. Spinning out. Okay. Thought that was happening. He's running through a rough patch, so I'm gonna go ahead and patch him back in a minute. Hopefully, he'll be good. Let's see. Riding through the town and shit. He's riding through the town, man. Put on my whole music. Okay, he back. Yo.
Make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it work, though. What up?
Shit, okay, you back now. So
My bad, dog.
no, it's all
All right,
good.
we got 3 bars now, baby. We good. We good.
No, you straight. You straight. So yeah, I was
What up,
talking about
Matt?
so you moved back. So you said you moved back in 2011. So that was around the time that I was down there too. And talk about your transition going back. Now I know you're from there, but talk about your transition going back from Reno. How was that for you?
To be honest with you, man, the transition was kind of difficult because when I came back, I think it was the first time that I came back as an adult,
Right.
right? So like I grew up, I feel like more as far as being, the maturation process was done more in Reno than it was in Los Angeles. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So because of that, and we could talk about hip hop and the music game and shit. I think I came back professionally, but when I came back to LA, I want to do going forward. You know what I'm saying? So like in Reno, you know the
Right.
vibes. Like we grew up
Right.
doing the hip hop thing. That cloth, I see.
Are we losing them again?
We good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's catching up.
So professionally, I was fucking shit up. You know what I'm saying? And I thought I was gonna be able to come out here and turn that into a bigger win. But once I got out here, I kind of realized what was really important to me. You know what I'm saying? And I think in the end, the creation of the music and DJing the music was really more important to me. So my focus changed. It shifted from being an MC who, you know, when I was in Reno, I did everything that you could possibly do as far as being an MC in Reno, right? I had number one on the radio, which is unheard of for act in Reno. I've sold out venues just on my name, which is something different in Reno. And as soon as you get to Los Angeles, and you can attest to this, don't nobody in LA give a fuck what you did in Reno. You know
Man,
what I'm
that shit
saying?
don't
You could
matter
be
for
JC.
nothing.
That shit don't mean nothing. To them, that's like being the smartest kid in the special ed class. You know what I'm saying? They're like, so? You know what I mean? So I had to like rebrand myself and who I was gonna be. And I knew I wanted to be in music. Can you hear me? Am I good? Shout out to Nick Furlong, who put me under his
Yeah.
wing, even though in Reno, you know what I'm saying, he was the young boy when I was on the radio. So it was one of those things where I had to figure out how to mature in my career, and not be on the same childish things, which is why I changed my name to Mike Goodness as opposed to being Mike Robb. There was this facade and personality attached to Mike Robb, and it was a negative one because I had to be Mike Robb, right? So like in Reno, because I'm Mike Robb, and you know I had girls that were on me and loved me and all this shit, I couldn't be in a successful relationship. I couldn't be in a loving relationship. You see what I'm saying? And it ruined that part of me because honestly, bro, I don't care what I had in Reno, I was broke. You know what I'm saying? So I was having to be a gigolo to some degree. You know what I mean? And that's what's up, the idea of being in love and actually making love. That's something that I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole nother show. So when I moved to Los Angeles, I could reinvent myself. I could love. I could be in relationships. So I decided to get rid of the moniker Mike Robb altogether. The name is positive now. I don't know if that answers your question, but
No, I did. It did.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, LA, man. I mean, that's what it does, man. With me, it was kind of the same thing, man. Like when I came down there, it was all about okay, I'm just going now. I'm in LA. Now I'm gonna do big things, rapping now. Now it's on. Da, 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 da. As soon as you get down there, you realize that you are just one of a million other motherfuckers, and there are so many dope ass people down there. And and then you start to realize, okay, maybe I'm not as dope as I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to, then you start figuring shit out. And with me, it was like, it wasn't that I didn't want to rap anymore. It's like, what else am I going to do? I need to do something else. That's where school came into the equation. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's got me where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? I needed a change at that point. Just like you said, like I still love rapping and shit, but it's only so much I'm going to get from that now. You know what I'm saying? Whereas opposed to, I feel I have a way bigger window and opportunity with producing and mixing and being an engineer as opposed to just I'm a rapper.
Yeah. It's consistent money.
You know what I'm saying? So,
right? It's more consistent.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You might have to do a 3 o'clock in the morning session, but that 3 o'clock in the morning session.
Good. Right.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, you were spinning out for a minute. I think you back now. You
Yeah,
probably
man.
rolling in
I
between
apologize. I should have said better.
you rolling in between with them fucking satellites and shit. You bouncing off one to the other. Hold on. I might have to reconnect. I hear him, but I don't see him. I kind of hear you. Oh, I hear. There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. He came back.
Man, my bad. I'm out.
No, that's good. This should be happening. This should be happening. Just being at the house. Two people. I've been on here with two people at the house, and this shit tripped out. My shit tripped out at the house before, so it happens. Hold on. Spins. Is he back? Hey, so
All right.
there you go. Say what?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So Ill Donuts, man. How did that start?
Radio. I that was part of my process of the maturation of who I wanted to be. So I started doing this radio show. You know, back in the day, I was on Wild. Shout out to Wild 102.9 in Reno. You know, I had a night show. I've always loved the radio, always, right? While I was coaching my son's football team, I happened to be friends with one of the kids' parents, which is Ellen K, who's on. You know, she has her own show now, but she was on the Ryan Seacrest show. She's like the B mic on the Ryan Seacrest show for the longest. I don't know if anybody's familiar with her.
Okay.
But meeting her husband was the blessing because he was the PD and OM director of all those you know, Power 106, Kiss FM, all those. So
Okay.
you got me?
Yeah.
Hello? Okay, you got me.
Yeah.
They were starting. Okay, cool. I found a connection, man. I'm about to pull it over, baby. Fuck that. We pulling over.
I won't hold you too much longer, bro. I know you got to get to where you're going, so I ain't gonna hold you too much.
Nah, we good. We good. So what happened was I was this gentleman named Roy Laughlin. He was the OM and PD of all these stations, including Kiss FM, which Ellen K was actually you know, the B mic for, and
Okay.
he was trying to get me on Real 92.3, which is a brand new station in Los Angeles for iHeart. Well, I guess it's been around for a few years now, and it was taking a little bit of time for me to get there. And I've always loved being on the radio. Back to Reno, I had my own night show, and so I started this radio show on SoundCloud because I was like, well, I better get practicing, right? I better get my shit right because I don't want to walk in there. I don't have any new air checks. I got to do something.
Right.
I have this huge love for, just same as you, Jay Dilla. That's my favorite producer of all time. And, you know, that's where the word donuts comes from, obviously. Ill, being dope, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I started the radio show on SoundCloud, and instantly, you know, I brought like 2,500 unique subscribers. This is back when SoundCloud wasn't like juking like that. And I was doing 3,000 listens a show, and I was having all these numbers, and I decided to, like, you know, really push forward on this thing. So I got a company, I branded it or whatever, and then instantly SoundCloud got tired of me playing fucking Kendrick Lamar or something, and they pulled my channel down, right? But they kept they kept all of my subscribers though. So those 2,500 people I brought you, you're gonna keep those, but you're gonna get rid of my channel. You're not gonna suspend me. You're gonna get rid of my channel.
That's why we gotta do our own shit. That's why you gotta do your own shit. That's why you're doing it now.
So what happened was while I was done doing the show, because I was dejected. I was completely dejected. Let me move into this gas station. I was completely dejected, but the problem is the music that I was picking, because it was all, you know, it was all independent artists. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of, you know, some K-Dots and some all that shit like that. I had been getting distribution from companies, and when I got the music, they, you know, they would let me play it on SoundCloud, but then they do a scan and they pull down my fucking show and channel eventually. Anyway, long story short, after seeing my music that I was picking personally, remixes, artists, all this shit,
Mm-hmm.
on like Insecure and all these TV shows, I started getting those people hitting me back on Instagram and hit me on my email, yo, where you at? I haven't heard a new show, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I'll never do another app because clearly they have all the power. So what I did is I went and got licensing and I went and developed my own app. And so now you have Ill Donuts 24/7 streaming. I have a ton of I have like 7 shows now. Mass Mondays, my man DJ Mass Pills on there. Comedian Coop City, who's a hilarious fucking comedian. He has his own show on there. DJ Psych, my brother, who actually, we do a duo DJ tandem called Psych and Mike, and my brother Tone is on there. VIP Elliott. We have a bunch of people on there, and now it's about breeding the content and breeding the talent and breeding the culture of what it is to be on radio or what it is to be in media. So now that's what we're trying to figure out right now. But that's how Ill Donuts came around, and we're gonna keep on pushing this thing, man.
That's dope, man. So how difficult was it to do an app?
It's not hard if you have the money to do it. My
Is it
father.
expensive? I would take it's a low investment.
Yeah, it's an investment. It's still an investment. The difference between me and a lot of people is I went and purchased the actual, well, not purchased, but I went and found a space, and I have an actual radio station. That's kind of the difference between me and a lot of people that went and got apps. And it's not hard to get the app.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to maintain the app. That's where the difficulty is, because you're gonna have to update. You have to make sure the app is correct, it looks right. Thank God I'm a graphic designer and brander, because I would probably be coming out of pocket with that too.
So you're doing all that yourself?
Yeah,
Keeping it
everything you
updated and
see in
everything?
here, everything you see in here is all, me waking up 6 o'clock in the morning, going to bed at 3 o'clock at night. So that's why it's a blessing I'm not having a DJ, because I can actually spend the time and invest the time on the website, on merch. I just got created some merch that's coming out. All the flyers and graphic design that you see, I'm doing that. So, and I'm actually picking up steam with getting help. You know what I'm saying? I have somebody for social media now. My friend DJ Psych, he helped me with the website and maintaining it. I'm getting writers now. I'm getting people that are actually doing interviews. So it's gaining speed. It's gaining momentum. But it's it's a slow grind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Slow grind.
No, that's dope, man. That's what it's all about, bro. Like, you started your own shit and you have ownership of it. Now nobody can take your shit down or anything like that. And that's kind of what I was dealing with just doing this. I was having issues at first because, with their boundaries and shit. First I was able to not download shit right. Then mysteriously it wouldn't let me upload some shit sometime. And it's like, the only reason I'm on this is because you had the people. The people are already there. It's like your SoundCloud. You were already there because your people were there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, it's like ownership is always the best way. That's why now it's like, even with this, like, I record them here, but as soon as I record them, I drop them all on my website and go to my website. The archive's on my website. Like, don't even fuck with this shit anymore. Just go to the website, watch the whole thing there if you didn't watch it. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely about branding yourself. Like, use this shit as a tool, but don't make it your all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
keep it. What it is we get stuff right, and it doesn't happen as fast as we want it, and we lose interest and we lose the fight. Right? We stop lifting weights because we're not getting as much playing time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And what it comes down to is you have to fight the urge to stop. That's your biggest enemy.
Yeah.
And if you allow the opportunity to stop you and to kill you, you're in trouble and you're in a bad spot. And you're never gonna, like Nipsey said, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't quit. That's the only difference between me and them is I ain't quit and I ain't find a reason to quit. You know what I'm saying? God rest the dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Shit. Yeah, I mean, shit, there's been plenty of times I could have been like, fucking quit, dude. But, like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, once you invest so much time into something, it's like, how you walk away and not feel like an asshole about it. Just to yourself, not to anybody else. Just to yourself. Like, damn, I put in 10 years on this and I'm just going to quit now? Like, that's kind of where it was. I got to the 10 year, 11 year, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
I didn't put in 10 years, dog. Like, what am I going to do now? Like, I mean, I can do other shit, but it's like, no, that's a lot of damn time. You know what I'm saying? Like, you keep moving. If you can, you keep moving,
You can't
So
just drop the
man,
baby off at the daycare and then leave it. You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
You can't just
exactly,
do that.
man. So you got like 7 different shows on the radio on the radio thing now. Or is it like so? It's like you got
Yeah.
different hosts, different things like that.
Yeah, so I have two shows of my own, and then I have
Mm-hmm.
5 different shows from different talent. I have a after hour show called After Dark, which I play a lot of slow jams. I understand the space that I'm in, so I don't try to, I try to fit the vibe rather than fit the, make sure it's Art LeBeau or it's the other cat, I forgot his name, that does his slow jam. So it's more of a vibey kind of show, a down tempo kind of show. My guy Massapil, who he's a DJ out here in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
He has his show, which is more of a tastemaker show. So it's like,
Okay.
yo, we got, we want to have the dopest creators on, and we have the dopest arts minds in art, and the dopest music. That's kind of the vibe for that. And comedian Coop City, my guy is actually from Detroit, so he has a show, and he's a comedian out here, prominent comedian, hilarious dude. And he gives his takes on culture, he gives his takes on things like that, but it's all set to music from Detroit. So it's like more pushed towards the Detroit crowd so that he can gain that
Okay.
base back at home. My
Right.
guy Beats by Shay, who's a producer out here and a DJ, he's actually, he was one of the guys over there at Playhouse.
Mm-hmm.
He'll have a show on Wednesdays. It's a West Coast show. And then I got my guy DJ Swansea, who was a huge name out here in DJs, and DJ Psych has a Saturday. He also has a show with me on Friday called Good Digital Radio, where we talk culture, but we also play the hottest shit, what I'm saying, in the streets. But the beauty about my station, the lifeblood of my station, is the independent artist. So it's not necessarily I'm looking to get the biggest future track or the baby. Yeah, we play some of that, but
Mm-hmm.
you'll hear it mixed in with some dope ass artists that maybe you're not even aware of. If you go and stream
Right.
my channel, you're gonna hear some Beirut. You're gonna hear some Undivided. You're gonna hear some Element. You're gonna hear some of that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get some music directly from you, dog. I need some MP3s. You gotta send me some of that.
Oh, I got you. Sure.
Please. I have I try to make sure I have DJ mixes from up and coming DJs on there. My lifeblood is the independent artist. That's what it's about, man. Because I had a thing when I first started where I was like, DJing in the clubs in Hollywood, you gotta go and look for the hottest single, right? So you gotta
Mm-hmm.
go and find a bunch of goddamn Future. You gotta find a lot of the Baby. You gotta find the YG. You gotta find all this shit.
Right.
I was finding so much other shit that was fire. I was finding
Mm-hmm.
a ton of stuff from
But
everywhere,
you couldn't play.
but I can't play it. So I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, cool. Well, let me, figure out how I can play this and format it to where I can support some of these guys. I remember being an artist. I remember
Mm-hmm.
begging Freeze and EJ and all those guys to play my shit in the club. I remember having to go to the radio station and hustle my way into the rotation and play. I remember all that shit. And because I
Mm-hmm.
remember all that shit in our plight, what we had to go through coming up, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, let me make it to where at least one or two guys don't ever have to do that shit again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me help
Right.
in that process. I don't want to A&R, but I do. It is A&R to some degree. You
In
know
a
what I'm
way.
saying? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
A&R. So grabbing some dope producers that just have instrumentals. I have some shit from Matty D playing on the station.
Okay.
He doesn't even know
I
that
was
I'm
just about
sure.
to ask you, do you guys play instrumentals? Because I got shit, you know what I'm saying? I could just send you shit or like link you to my projects or whatever, or just give you the projects so you can play them. Because you need it
Just give me
physically, right?
music. Just give me
Okay.
music, dog.
I got you.
And
I got you.
we'll use it. If I can't
I
play it
got
in
you.
rotation, I'll use it as a music bed. You know what I'm saying? And make sure you get your credit there. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
got some artists. I got some artists I'm fucking with that I produce them for, and I got instrumental shit. So yeah, I'm about to plug you to a bunch of shit
put me
later
on a
on. I got
package,
you.
bro.
I appreciate it.
Put me in a package for sure.
Hey, so do you guys on the app? Do you guys do video as well? Like, do you guys show it live, or do you like
The
stream on
update.
Twitch or whatever? What do you do?
The update
You
will.
about to do that?
The website actually, I have a page. It's called the Headliners tab, and it's actually a live stream page. It's where we do our
Okay.
live stream. We actually have we do live events like live concerts and showcases and that's where we put it on there directly. At first we were doing YouTube, but you know, we have DJs in between, and the DJs would play a song and they'd pull our shit down. You know, the same old shit.
Yeah.
So we have a live stream page, and we're doing an update to the app, which will be available probably end of this month, beginning of next month, and it'll actually have both a radio side and a media side. So we're actually out there looking for content creators. We're gonna start doing more live stream shows, especially now that they're shutting shit down out here. And we have a bunch of DJs on the roster, and it's just like, why not? You know what I'm saying? We can direct them to somewhere where they know that their music and their set isn't gonna get pulled down. They can be confident in how it looks. Then why not?
Yeah.
So that's the next move. That's the next move for sure.
Yeah, man.
Huh?
Streaming's about to be. Streaming's the next thing, man. Like that's everything. Like the whole movement of live, whether you're in the studio live or whether you're DJing. Because now that's like the big thing now is just watching DJs just get down. You almost feel like you're at home, but you at the club kind of still. Especially if you watching the right DJ. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's kind of cool to see that evolution and like people adapt. Because I mean, we all got to adapt now. It's like with anything, it's like the survival of man. Man had to adapt when shit changed. You either adapt or you fucking fall by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? So it's a new era now. How are you gonna move in this new era? And you setting yourself up for success. Look like, bro, I commend you, man.
Bro, that's what we do. That's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're supposed to do. That's why you'll never hear me say, well, his album was cool, but it didn't sound like the first one. Fuck that. We have to adapt. We have to grow. We have to tear muscles. We have to get stronger. That's the only way we can survive as a human race even. You see, as soon as we got sat down and we had to be in quarantine, how much beautiful the earth itself got. The earth was stronger and cleaner. The earth sat us down, baby. Yeah. So if we
appreciate it.
That part. If we don't figure out that these things are blessings for us, then we're gonna be in a bad place. You know what's funny is I was talking to my man, shout out to Benjamin Walker, and he was telling me, you know, he saw DJ Gdnss at 60 people watching. He saw that. He went into the thing and he's like, yo, there's only 60 people here. This is crazy. And then just like that, a couple tweets, that man's doing 100,000 gigs on. I'm saying he's probably got the biggest glow up in all of the game right now. He's done things for BET. He's done things for all these magazines and publications. He's done award shows. He's done
this fool's like the only DJ that can DJ on IG Live, dude. Like he's like the only dude that can spin on IG Live without getting taken down, and he can stay on here for hours.
He did 24 hours.
60-minute limit for me on these and shit. He be on here for like 4 hours and shit, dog. Like just spinning. I'm like, Gdnss been on since 11:30, dog. How you still spinning?
Strong too. Hey, strong. Signal clear. That shit sound great. I did one of those I tried to do one of those live streams, bro. I was just dejected. I was like, this is some bullshit. They keep pulling me down. People ain't seeing my story. I mean, my shit being up. So that's why I actually created the live stream page. So I don't never gotta do that again. If I tell you to go somewhere, I'll send you a swipe up, and you can go sit right on my shit and put it on your TV and be happy, man.
That's dope. Now, was that a difficult thing to do, the live stream page? Did you get somebody to do that, or are you on that website too? You doing the web shit too?
No, it's my home. Shout out to DJ Psych, man. I ask for something, and he goes and sits down for some hours, and he comes back, and he's like, I got it. That man is a genius when it comes down to this tech shit, baby. I'll tell you that right now. And I'm blessed to have him on my team for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to have somebody like that on the team. You got to have that.
Yeah. And it's good because he believes in the brand. He believes in the brand. So once you have somebody that has talent, believing in the brand, that's just like one of those pieces right there that you like, boom, I know I got you on my team, and we going to take this motherfucker to the top. The splits is going to be nice when we get there. You see what I'm saying? So,
right.
Yeah.
Man, well, shit, man. What's next, dude? Obviously, you're gonna be you're working on building the brand, the Gdnss radio brand and everything. I know that, but like, what's next for you besides that?
Oh man, I got kids, man. So that's a forever project. My son is actually getting, he's actually being looked at by some pretty prominent schools.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're pushing him now. I'm trying to create him as a brand because I think at this point, even in high school football, college football, you have to create the brand there. Otherwise, they're in a bad spot. I have actual brands that I'm building. I can't really speak about,
Mm.
but projects are coming for sure with that. The Gdnss brand will be a media side too, so we'll be able to we'll have a lot original content. And we'll have, we'll make sure that people are being seen visually just as much as they are being heard, in their music. So, and just keep knocking on these doors, man. Keep trying to get these doors open. Got some sponsorship deals on the table. So actually, a bigger one than I expected I was going to get at this point is sitting there. I can't really speak on that, but, I think the future's bright, man. The future's bright.
Well, that's damn, man. That's fucking good, man. I'm super proud of your success, bro, and your
Thank
grind because I know where you came from, and to get to where where you're going isn't
you. Yeah.
easy, especially where you're at. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that shit, and I salute you, man.
Thank you.
The station seems to be doing well, and I wish you nothing but continued success, man. You my
You
boy, man.
know,
We go back,
You
so
know what's crazy? Let me tell you what's crazy is the same amount of people that I lost on SoundCloud are tuning in consistently every day, and they're coming from Switzerland, and they're coming from Mexico, and they're coming. So God sits us down for a reason, bro. He
mm-hmm.
does it. He does it all the time, man. And I need actually, you know what? I need to get you on this motherfucking station. You sitting down, getting your shit off, and I hear these talks, bro. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. I need you.
Dan, okay. Holler at
I
me.
need you. I need
Let's
you.
do it, man. Let's do it, man.
Absolutely. I'm happy to talk to you, man. I'm proud of you, bro. Even the backdrop looks fly, bro.
Oh, I'm just at the home lab, I'm just in the lab at the
Yeah,
house.
yeah. No, because you know what? You're applying. You're applying everything we've learned, and I think that's something that a testament to Reno. If you think about anybody that's ever come out of Reno, somebody that put those real growth and maturity hours and days in Reno, if you look at them, and they're thriving because we've been taught something different. Every time somebody comes out of Reno, we're just taught something different as far as work, dedication, and grind. I don't care if it's in insurance. I don't give a fuck if it's in Hollywood. I don't care if it's
Mm-hmm.
I developed this sock. Reno, for some reason or another, always produces diamonds, man, for sure. And I just think we're all a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We just gotta keep pushing that.
that's real, brother. That's real, man. I'm gonna let you get back on the road, dog. Go get your kid, man.
I
Yeah,
appreciate
man. I'm gonna be at you. I'm gonna be at you with some information. I'm gonna shoot you my number. Make sure you still got my number and shit. And let's talk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about
you.
some
All right,
things.
man. I love you, brother.
All right,
Be
man.
safe, man. Be healthy.
Hey, man. I love you too, man. Be good out there.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.
Man, very good interview with my brother. My goodness. I want to thank him for giving me time, even though he was on his way to go get his child. Pardon the connection issues, but that happens when you're driving and shit. Y'all know how it is. But thank him for stopping and finishing up the convo. I want to thank all you guys for listening. I really appreciate each and every one of you for taking time out of your afternoon to check this out. Um, Tomorrow I do not have an interview, but I will be back on Wednesday evening with Sean Richardson. He is a teacher, artist, and activist out here in Reno. So he's going to be somebody really good to talk to. So I hope y'all tune in for that. Until then, stay safe, stay aware, wear a mask, and I'll holler at you.